But here, you found the Black Sphere.
At Kevin Jackson TBS. What's up, buddy?
We are talking Germans today.
Oh, man.
Oh, so here's the thing, Jamie. If we were talking about Latinos or blacks or women or Guatemalan midgets, which is what I always like to talk about, then nobody would, it'd be great. It would be an amazing commercial. But we are talking Germans.
Yeah.
And, people have a sensitivity to that. One of the biggest, there's a couple of fallacies about America that really piss me off. One is, everybody talks about, they talk about immigration like it's some new fad that's happening right now.
Right.
Trump doesn't want any immigrants. Trump has been living in the melting pot of immigrants, probably one of the most immigrant-laden part of the country in New York City. He's never had a problem with immigrants. He's hired probably more of them than 99.999% of this country. And it's not an issue with that. We don't have a problem with immigrants any more than when I hear people say things like, well, you Americans, all y'all do is want to speak English. Look, Americans are the most diverse speakers of language than anywhere in the world. We are. Most Americans speak more than one language. People don't believe that. They're like, oh, you're just a bunch of white people speaking country. No, they speak multiple languages. I speak 3 languages. I bet you throw a rock anywhere near you, you're going to find out, oh, so-and-so speaks Spanish? I didn't know that. Not to mention, the majority of us are now, from different countries. We're from Latvia, we're from Romania, we're from Czechoslovakia, we're from Mexico, Peru, etc. We speak more than one language. We are the most diverse country on the planet, and it didn't start under Barack Obama. So What is this nonsense about we're xenophobes? We every single day when we go to a Cards game or whatever, the Blues, we're seeing a melting pot of people that make up this country, and people act like it's some new fad. Leftists have co-opted the idea that they're the only people for immigrants. Screw that nonsense. I got more diverse. My sons, when they would come home from school, it would look like the freaking UN at our house.
Right on. All right, so quick take on the announcement of Neil Gorsuch. What do you think of him?
Love it. I love it. What's funny about this is all the people that we're talking about, and we, I warned folks after, I told everybody once, Trump became president, the nominee, I support him. And you would find, and I was telling people, he's not a conservative. Yes, he is. He donated to Democrats. He donated more to Republicans. I was debunking every theory they had. And I told people, forget all this stuff, man. This dude is a conservative. He's going to act like a conservative. This dude is an amazing choice. Yeah. I want him for Supreme Court. I want him to be the Chief Justice and replace Roberts, to be honest with you. He's amazing.
But wait a minute, though. Aren't you worried about your food? Because Nancy Pelosi says that you need to worry about
clean air, clean water, food safety, safety in medicine, and the rest. If you care about that for your children, he's not your guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's all those things. That, it's funny because one of the quips about the Food and Drug Administration is the fact that every drug that ever killed anybody was approved by the FDA. So
Right.
Don't forget that, Nancy. Look. The government always wants to that's what they do. They fearmonger. This guy's going to kill you. He's going to kill your kids. He'll kill your grandma right in front of your face. He'll burn them. And you're just sitting there chuckling at him. But here's the thing. We no longer believe these people. We no longer believe the media. Their scare tactics don't work. And they're trying the same tactics, Jamie, that they did during the campaign, thinking it's going to work. It isn't going to work.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? It's great to have somebody in there who is dedicated not to inventing rights or inventing new laws, but protecting the rights that we already have, because that's
Absolutely.
really what the Supreme Court's all about. So
here, and I tell you, everybody that was a never-Trumper, that doubted this guy's conservatism, just look at what he's done in saying, I'm honoring the commitments I made. And the left, they're running around crazy, man, because I even heard one, his bases, they didn't think he was serious about keeping his word. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That's the reason why we picked him, is we knew he would keep his word.
The Kevin Jackson Show, 10 p.m. to midnight here at FM News Talk. Thank you, brother. At
All right,
Kevin
man. Take care.
Jackson, TBS. You too.
I'm Jennifer.